Good morning, comrades, and it is a very good morning in terms of weather, but actually a very special day today because, as you may remember, last year it was always very difficult to get a ride with Lucas from Renntech in this AMG GTR. Now guess what? This year he has the GTR Pro and we are already going for a lap. And moreover, he agreed to wear the camera on his hat, so we're gonna have a nice POV, and I'm very much excited to see how this car accelerates, because it already has some small Renntech treatment. It's going to have 850 horsepower, but currently it has slightly less than that, but it should still be plenty to be amazed. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. What's up? Long time no see.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, we're on air.
Are we?
We are.
Cool then.
We're also going to be literally on air on the track.
Yeah, let's see. You know, for now it's just actually this will be the fourth lap in this car.
Really?
Yeah, because it is just like nearly 2,000 kilometers on it, so it's just driven in or run in.
I think it's the most humble and best and smartest driver excuse ever. I don't have much experience with this car yet.
Oh no, no.
I'm not going to push it.
That's even not what I'm talking about. It's just like that. Already, this car is giving me much more confidence than the last one, because from factory, you have a much better suspension. So in the end, not everything is better. If you don't go with our downpipes and the more power we have, you hear a lot of this PlayStation noise they put in the car now, because otherwise the car is more silent, so they have more interior noise coming from the speakers, which I don't like. And also there is like nearly too many options on how to set up the car. So you have ESP sport handling, then you have traction control and everything, but then you still have like Pro, Master on whatever settings. It's just too much. I'm not sure if I should like the car more than the last one, but when it comes to the aero, suspension, and yeah, the way the car drives already from factory, including the brake cooling and everything, it's already much better.
It's nice.
So let's see. No motorbikes. Grünchen. Slippery. And also there are still a few bugs. I'm trying to report this actually to AMG. This car has this track pace app, so you can record your own tracks. You will see it. I just managed to do one reference lap this morning. It was the first lap, 7:31. So like, you know, not bad, not terrible. Oh, come on.
As long as we don't have any lap time visible during our lap, we're good.
Yeah, probably we won't see anything.
Okay.
This was the reference lap for from earlier today.
From Gran Turismo. from PlayStation. No lap timings.
Yeah. So in any case, the problem with this app is it sometimes just loses GPS, and then you get an invalid lap. I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna say no against that,
because now the tires are quite cold. Let's see how the traffic is and how it goes.
It definitely goes.
Well, you know, it's 760 HP, so it better should. Can feel it, but the way the car is sitting on the road and the way the suspension works is definitely much better than the original GTR.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I think you know how a normal GTR drives.
Yeah.
This car is actually softer in the base setup,
which is definitely a lot better for Deutschland.
Yeah. forgetting the name of his friend.
Yeah.
Too much while driving. I'm just not used to it.
I love it, but like the climb downhill to Blue Vauxhall made me a bit speechless. Oh, the car just goes.
I think the car now is quite similar to a GT2 RS.
Yeah, but yeah, of course, 760 horsepower. Like you're planning on adding 100 more. Horsepower usually makes cars undrivable, but here it's just, I don't see you sweating or counter steering a lot or fighting for your life like you would do with a GT2 or stock GT2.
Yeah, well, that's a different story, but the only problem I have now, so I'm keeping a little more distance, you can also still deactivate the active brake system, but it will still always kick in sometimes, even though maybe people can see it now on the display. It says it's off, but it's never completely off. So we need to do like another deactivation on this car. Sometimes when a car thinks, you know, that it's gonna be a crash because there's someone in front of you, well, it will brake harder than you want it to brake. So, yeah. For example, this was the car. You felt it, I think. Yeah. There was like a second braking point, and I was just on the brake.
Yeah.
And this can only be deactivated by basically, yeah, taking off the power of the sensor. Still, as a normal GTR, the car is really nice to, you know, it's the perfect handling. I like it better than driving a Porsche, but maybe also just because I'm used to it, you know.
Yeah.
With this 50-50 weight ratio you have front and rear, it's just the way it should be.
Yeah, it's impressive.
That's a pity.
It is. It was such a good lap.
But I think we can do a clear lap maybe during the next track day or something.
Yeah, of course. No, but this is already like, wow, very much impressive.
And it's just a normal Cup 2 tires. So,
okay, so not even an R. Do you have an R for this size?
Well, that's a fucked up situation. Sorry for saying this word. Maybe you need to take it out. But actually, the GTR Pro was intended to be released with the with the Cup 2R, but somehow Michelin or someone at AMG fucked something up in the planning, so the car never came with a R. And since all the cars nearly have been delivered by now, they decided like, yeah, well, we don't need the tire anymore, because you can still have this Cup 2 zero pressure ZP tire or ZP, and it's better than this one, but only for 2 or 3 laps. So I'm basically waiting for the Cup 2R in a slightly different size, which will require some modifications, but the tire which will be released with the Black Series.
Interesting. And I guess we will be able to see Black Series Renntech as well.
Well, I mean, we will order a car as soon as we can, you know.
Yeah.
A pity that we can't feel too much of what the car can do in some sections where the older GTR was really, like, you know, always nearly flying. Like, for example, here it still stays on the road, where the other one was already jumping, and this is like even just half gas, you know. Obviously the sound you're getting now is not what comes from factory.
No, definitely.
But the good thing is, well, if you want, you just go to comfort mode, and then
you can hear the GT3 RS in front of us again.
That's it.
Wow. No, this is definitely impressive. I am impressed.
I mean, obviously, you've been driving with hello there. You've been driving with the pros also, you know, in a non-pro GTR, which are faster than me. But I think if you somehow remember how the car was, this is from factory much better, and this is not even aligned by us yet. This is not the typical setup we do on the car, and it's just more power basically for now.
Yeah. No, it's impressive. Did you do something to the brakes, or it's just like...
No, it's also stock, because finally, with the Pro and the facelift versions, they have decided to put some proper brake cooling on the car. So the Pro just comes with better brake pads. The cooling is also on the new models as well. And then I don't even have different brake hoses here yet on the car. I don't even have, I think we don't need the second lap now, because of Brünnchen it doesn't really make sense. We better do a proper lap next time we can during one of the track days that are about to come, finally. I think.
Wow, thank you very much for this amazing lap.
Well, it was at least a pleasure to do a lap together again since a long time. So next time we will take the A45S.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe
the wheel stays on.
Yeah, this is a new car, new model, and I don't see the same problem now. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was talking about this. How's it called again? I already.
Track pace.
Track pace. Yeah, track pace. Just forgot the name. And yeah, I'm already sending them some data, because sometimes when you just basically go over some curbs, it says like invalid lap, because it thinks you've been, you know, cutting off, and it's actually not true, because, you know, obviously the car is mainly still on the track.
Maybe it was developed by AMG F1.
I have no idea who developed it, but yeah, it's really strange. And then you can't even save the lap. So this is stupid, because I would understand that it's marked as whatever, invalid. I wouldn't care. But then all the laps you did are just gone. I will give them some data so they can look what's going on, hopefully release an update. Because it's not only open in this car, we also have two other Pros, and on both cars it's the same, and also already happened, and it also already happened in Spa. It was the same basically. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was definitely an amazing lap to remember. Obviously, always very cool when you have some other car for reference. In this case, it was GT3 RS. I think Mike was driving it. A Rincon. He has also GT2 RS.
Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah.
And some other toys. But anyhow, this was great, and looking forward to have another clean lap, maybe with the main straight during a track day.
Yeah.
Would be great. But I'm impressed. Give Renntech a follow. And if you have a GTR or etc. or any Mercedes, go visit them. They can make it at least sound good. Driving has to come from you, not from them. Good. See you next time. Bye bye.